Coordinate geometry. Let's start this chapter with a situation that will give you the basic idea about the concept of this chapter. Suppose you put a dot on a piece of paper like this, and you are asked a question to explain the position of this dot on the piece of paper. How will you do this? You will say that this dot is in upper half portion of the paper, or you can say that this dot is near the left edge of the paper, or even you can say that this dot is very near the left hand upper corner of the paper. But do any of these statements fix the position of this dot on piece of paper? No. Because by giving such statements, position of this dot is not fixed. That's why if you will say that this dot is 5 centimeter away from the left edge of the paper, then it helps to give some idea about the position of the dot. But still it does not fix the position of the dot on the paper, because dot can be here at 5 centimeter from the left edge of the paper. It can be here, it can be here, it can be here, and this way this dot will have so many positions at 5 centimeter from this left edge of the paper. Therefore, saying 5 centimeter away from the left edge of the paper is not fixing the position of the dot on the paper. But if you will say that this dot is 5 centimeter away from left edge of the paper and 10 centimeter from the bottom line of the paper, then it fixes the position of the dot on the paper. These two distances, 5 centimeter from left edge and 10 centimeter from the bottom line of the paper, in pair fixes the position of the dot on this piece of paper. So, to understand the position of this dot on the paper, we have to fix its position by specifying its distance from two perpendicular lines, left edge of the paper and bottom line of the paper. Therefore, we can say, in other words, that to locate this dot on this piece of paper uniquely, we need two independent informations, which are distances from two perpendicular lines. So here you have observed that any point or object lying in a plane can be represented with the help of two mutually perpendicular lines. These lines are called reference lines. This basic idea of locating a point in a plane with the help of two mutually perpendicular lines has given rise to a very important branch of mathematics called coordinate geometry. This study was initially developed by a French mathematician and philosopher René Descartes. In the honor of René Descartes, the system used to describe the position of a point in a plane is also known as Cartesian system. Cartesian system. In this system, in order to locate a point in a plane, we draw horizontal line x dash and a vertical line y dash crossing each other at a point called origin, and it is denoted by capital O. This horizontal line x dash is called x-axis, and this vertical line y dash is called y-axis. So by these two horizontal and vertical lines, this entire Cartesian plane is divided into 4 equal parts, and each part is called quadrant. So here there are 4 quadrants. This Cartesian plane is divided into 4 quadrants, and we name 4 quadrants like this: from right hand upper quadrant in anti-clockwise direction, first, second, third and fourth quadrant. This right side from the origin, this part of x-axis is called positive part of x-axis, and to the left side of origin, this part is positive part of y-axis. Similarly, above origin, the part of y-axis is positive, and below origin, the part of y-axis is negative part of y-axis. Now we mark the points on both the axes, x-axis and y-axis, at equal intervals to measure distances on these two axes. Distances on both the axes are measured from this origin. Right side, we write positive numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Left side we write -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. Similarly, on y-axis above origin we write positive number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Below origin on y-axis we write negative numbers -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. These numbers we mark on these two axes to denote the different distances measured from the origin. These numbers denote distances measured from the origin on x-axis, and these numbers denote the distances measured from the origin on y-axis. Positive numbers on x-axis and also on y-axis denote the distances measured on positive side of both the axes, and negative numbers on both the axes are there to denote the different distances on negative side of both the axes, x-axis and y-axis. Like these negative numbers represent the different distances to left side of the origin, and these negative numbers on y-axis represent the distances on y-axis below origin. So negative numbers here are there to only denote the different distances on negative side of the coordinate axis. Now let there be a point P here in this Cartesian coordinate system, and we have to describe the location of this point P in this Cartesian coordinate system. So to describe the position of this point P, first we draw perpendicular from this point on x-axis and find distance of this point P on x-axis, which is 3 unit, and we draw perpendicular from this point on y-axis. like this, and measure distance of this point P on y-axis, which is 4 unit. So distance of this point P on x-axis is 3 unit and distance of this point P on y-axis is 4 unit. This ordered pair of numbers 3 and 4, which are distances of the point on x-axis and on y-axis, written like this 3, 4, describes the position of this point P uniquely in this entire Cartesian system, and it is written by this ordered pair 3, 4. In this Cartesian plane, there is no other point than this P which can be represented by the same ordered pair 3, 4. So this way describing the position of a point in Cartesian coordinate system is quite unique. So this 3, 4 is an ordered pair which are the coordinates of this point P, in which two distances of the point P are involved. First, number 3 is the distance of this point P on x-axis. So this first number is called x coordinate of this point P. X coordinate. It is also called abscissa of the point. Abscissa of the point P. Second, number 4 is distance of this point P on y-axis. So this second number 4 is called y coordinate of the point. It is also called ordinate of the point. Ordinate of the point. So this 3 is x coordinate of the point P, 4 is y coordinate of the point P, or 3 is abscissa and y is ordinate of the point P. Similarly, let there be a point Q here, and we have to find the coordinates of point Q. So let's draw perpendicular from this point P on x-axis and on y-axis. The distance of this point Q on x-axis is 3 unit and also on y-axis is 3 unit. But distance of point Q on x-axis is in negative side of x-axis, and distance of point Q 3 units is on negative side of y-axis. So that's why the ordered pair of numbers -3, -3 are coordinates of this point Q. Suppose there is a point A here on x-axis. So what are coordinates of this point A? First, we have to measure distance of this point on x-axis, which is 5 unit, and then we have to measure distance of this point P on y-axis. There is no distance of this point P on y-axis, so 0. Similarly, what are coordinates of this point B on x-axis on negative side? So distance of this point P on negative side is 4 unit, so it is -4, and there is no distance of the point on y-axis, so distance on y-axis is 0. Therefore, coordinates of this point B are minus 4 and 0. Similarly, y coordinates of all the points lying on x-axis is always 0. Therefore, you can say that ordinate of all the points lying on x-axis is always 0. So, any point lying on x-axis can be of this form x comma 0 or k comma 0, where k is some real number. Similarly, if you take a point, suppose r here, which is on y-axis, so what are coordinates of this point r? This point r has no distance on x-axis, neither positive side nor negative side. So distance on x-axis is 0 and distance on y-axis is 2 units. So coordinates of this point r are 0, 2. If you take another point S here on y-axis on negative side, so what are coordinates of this point S on y-axis on negative side? Distance on x-axis is 0 and on y-axis distance is 4 unit, but on negative side, so minus 4. So this way coordinates of point S lying on y-axis on negative side is 0, minus 4. Therefore, we can say that x coordinate of all the points lying on y-axis is always 0. That is, abscissa of all the points lying on y-axis is always 0. So any point on y-axis can be written in this form 0, 5 y or 0, k. If this point on x-axis lies on positive side, this k will be positive. If it lies on negative side, it will be negative. So we can write plus minus k, 0 and 0, plus minus k in very general